Welcome to the weekend, good people of the world. I hope this message finds you truly well and joyful and that you are planning to get out there and get after it. Balance makes wellness feel like a life worth living, not a checklist to complete. This is your bFIT bonus, so let's go. What is good in your hood, Balance Fit family? This is bFIT bonus, the 7 wood in Balance Fit Radio's golf bag. Hopefully you'll leave here with some useful stuff you can carry into the weekend. I'm Scott Schroeder, certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach with performance enhancement specialty and corrective exercise specialty. Well, let's get into it, shall we? There's a fundamental glory and intrinsic joy in the awakening of springtime. Through its leafy lesson, it teaches us that rebirth and reawakening are not only possible, but foundational for all living things. Here at Balance Fit Radio, we talk about strength, exercise, nutrition, physical training for various types of activities, and everything related to my job as a coach, trainer, and nutrition specialist. But as I always say, true wellness is about more than just the body. It's about the balanced health of the body, mind, and spirit. You can lift a lot of weight and run 1,000,000 miles, but without working on the well-rounded fortification of the mind and spirit, your existence becomes very wobbly indeed. So in that spirit, and with your indulgence, I want to spend some time today walking down a path that you probably won't hear much about in the modern fitness media landscape. It is April 9th. 2026, and this week will contain the second weekend of April. For 4 days, people of all walks of life from around the world will focus their attention on a beautiful patch of earth in the hills, pines, and azaleas, a stone's throw from the Savannah River on the border of Georgia and South Carolina. In other words, it's Masters Week. For a standard American boy growing up in the South, this has always been my favorite week of the year for a number of cultural reasons. Baseball season has begun, spring football is underway at university campuses across the land, and of course, the renewal of the greatest golf tournament in the world and the most brilliantly executed patron event in the universe of sport and culture. Let's talk about golf for a minute, that game that so many out there mock and scorn. Contrary to meme culture, the game of golf is not some demonstration of elitist snobbery in which wealthy white men in questionable clothing chase a ball around for a few hours. If you have been conditioned to think that, then clearly you have never stopped by your local municipal links to witness the absolute melting pot of humanity from every segment of the social spectrum spending a few hours together outside on a Saturday morning. To say the game of golf is holistically elitist because of the private exclusive club factor is to say that the game of baseball or soccer is elitist because the tiniest sliver imaginable of the global population signs $100 million contracts and takes charter jets and limos to their games. To deride the game is to assign judgment to something you don't genuinely understand. As for me, no, I'm not wealthy and never have been. I dress myself appropriately in public, and like 99.999% of everyone who's ever swung a stick, I've never been a member of a private club. But I love this game of tenebrous origin, born in 100 places, refined and organized by the Scots, and given to the people of the world to enjoy and be vexed by for something like 700 years. For me, and countless others, the game has always been a chance to quiet the noise of a relentless world, to be outdoors, to get together with friends and family, to challenge myself time after time to step into the elements and play the game that can't be beaten. If properly engaged, the game will teach you strategy, patience, balance, humility, grace, and humor. Maybe you look around and see a culture that could use a hell of a lot more of those qualities. Furthermore, if you play the game properly, you'll forsake the golf cart and walk the 4 or 5 mile loop with that 20-pound golf bag that you'll lift 70 or 80 or 100 times on and off your shoulder. And transcending just the physical, golf has also provided an extraordinarily gratifying and fulfilling workplace for me since my teen years. In that time, I met a number of folks who helped shape my life for the better. From the maintenance shed to the pro shop to food and bev to the range and cart barn, I've done it all. But none of those were as broadly rewarding as my 20 years in the caddy shack. I've worked every track from those elitist private clubs that so many hate without knowledge to legendary venues like Augusta National, Harbor Town, and the Ocean Course. More importantly, this job enabled me to spend hours outdoors with some amazing people from every single walk of life, including the 3 legends who opened the tournament this morning, Gary Player, Jack Nicklaus, and Tom Watson. Some became friends, some became mentors. All of them became part of the story of me. More importantly, the game will always represent my greatest link to my father and my brothers. Among our many interests and along our diverging paths, it's the one joy we all shared as a common bond. No matter the place and time, the game of golf has always been a uniting force for the 4 of us. And even when our dad could no longer swing a club because of the toll of time, he'd always derive great joy from riding along and watching his boys play the game he taught us. That's an incredible bond and a gift from the greatest game ever created. That's not nostalgia. That's spiritual health. That's the kind of connection that actually builds a life. And in my family, nothing represents that bond quite like the Masters. Our dad's favorite player was the legendary Jack Nicklaus. Dad took a photo of me and Jack. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the picture I'm holding up. If you're listening, you'll have to go look for it. Go check out the YouTube channel. But my dad took that photo of me and Jack when I was a wee lad, and he's been my golf hero ever since as well. That photo is still with me, as you can see, 50 years later, and it's a constant reminder of great things. And as for this special week on the sports calendar, what player says Masters more than the guy with 6 green jackets? Although there's another dude out there with 5 of them, whose name is now forever linked with the hills and pines and azaleas of Augusta National. Now that brings me to another very personal aspect of this week's meaning to me. Jack won his 18th major and 6th green jacket on my 17th birthday, April 13th, 1986. You might have guessed, and you would be correct, that the 4 Schroeder boys were all in the room on that special day, although Justin was 3 and Matt was 3 months old. So Masters Week has always been birthday week for me, and every now and then my birthday is Masters Sunday, like on April 13th, 1997, when Tiger kicked in the door and won his first major and Masters by 12 strokes. From the Golden Bear to Tiger, one generation to the next. And so it should still be. There was a time when sports was something more meaningful to kids and families than building a scalable personal brand, social media validation, and the manic dash to catch all the dropping bags. It could be that way again if we take back the lives of our children from monolithic corporate media and social agenda psychopaths. Let the kids be. Let them play, maybe even a game of golf. There's so much to learn about life from the game. Like life itself, the game and the people who play it every day on thousands of courses around the world aren't anything like the parody you're supposed to believe. So put down your phone and get together with a group of friends outdoors, far from the counterfeit noise and fake friction. For that matter, just head down to your closest municipal course by yourself and play with a group of strangers. You will meet some fascinating people. You'll have real conversations. You'll learn new things, be exposed to elements of life you never knew, and make new friends. You'll get exercise, sunshine, and fresh air. You'll teach your body to move in new ways. You'll unfurl your posture and focus your eyes on a target hundreds of yards away. You'll be gifted the natural human blessings of movement, freeform thought and problem solving, and social bonding. You will heal yourself down to your very DNA. You're not just getting away from your phone. You're giving your nervous system a break from constant noise. And most people don't even realize how badly they need that until they feel the freedom of being in the real world. Now, you'll never beat this game, so don't get frustrated because you will learn so much about yourself and about life. Take the humbling opportunity to put aside your ego and practice over and over, knowing that you'll fail more often than not. But just like everything else in life, when you take a shot at something that lands on target after all the work you've invested, the feeling of accomplishment is authentic and restorative. It's genuine, unlike anything you'll ever get sitting down in front of a screen. What you're really doing out there, whether you realize it or not, is training the Semper Triad. You're furthering your mission to become a self-engendering machine of perpetual effectiveness and resolve. Your body is moving, your mind is solving problems, and your spirit is reconnecting to something real in the world. Get up, get out, and play the game of life. That's it for this bFIT bonus. Take this into the weekend and put it into motion. Be fit, be dangerous, capable, and resolute. And I'll leave you with this thought. Everything means nothing, and nothing means everything. It seems that all the things that make us human, all the mundane and miraculous, have been declared meaningless, while the mindless nonsense and useless nothingness from our digital devices and counterfeit existence has been given preeminence. We are failing the ultimate test. We're collapsing humanity because no one told us not to. Put down your phone, get away from screens, and spend some time actually living your life. Take equal care of your body, mind, and spirit. Peace out, homies, and I'll talk to you all soon.